going to make dressed eggs. I don't like to use that other name. Our God, our Creator, gives us chickens and gives us eggs. The devil doesn't. And so I don't want to give him credit for anything. I'd rather give my Holy Father the credit. So today, I'm making dressed eggs. And I've already I boiled some eggs, about 6 eggs. I cut them in half and scooped out the yolks. I'm going to set those aside for right now. And I've got the yolks here, and I'm going to break them up a little bit with a fork. I'm going to crumble them up. And you can, if you want to increase this recipe for more eggs, you know, you can do that. It's easy to double or however you want to do it. Now the question's been asked, what's the best way to boil eggs? And I've tried several ways over the years, and I found the best way is to get a pan of water and get your however how many eggs you're going to boil. Put those in the water. Make sure the water covers eggs, maybe a ½ inch to 1 inch over them. You know, have plenty of water, and let that all come to the same temperature. Just set it out, and let the eggs and the water kind of become the same temperature. So, you know, it might take an hour or so. And then I put a little salt in the water, and I put my pan on the stove and turn it up, turn on high. And when my eggs reach a good rolling boil, I turn the heat off. I have an electric stove, so I turn the heat off and leave the pan on the stove with the lid on it. And I set my kitchen timer for 12 minutes. And let it sit on that hot burner for the 12 minutes. And when that's over, I take it off the hot burner and take it over to my sink and start running cold water into the pan. Just let it mix with the hot water, and gradually it'll cool down that hot water. And let that set for a while till your eggs are cool enough to handle. And I usually try to go ahead and peel them then too. It's a lot easier to peel when they're, you know, just fresh out of the water. They seem to peel easier than they do if you put them in the refrigerator. So that's my preferred recipe for boiling eggs. The eggs crumbled up to, they kind of look like breadcrumbs or something, that consistency. And I've got about a teaspoon or so, a heaping teaspoon, maybe a little more, of sweet dill pickle relish. And I got about a teaspoon of mustard. And I'm gonna put a little salt and pepper in there. And I have here, I've got about a heaping tablespoon of mayonnaise and a heaping tablespoon of sour cream. And I'm gonna mix them together about, you know, equal parts, thereabouts. So they're well incorporated. And then I'm going to add that gradually to my mix. I'm not going to put it all in there at once because, you know, get to the consistency we need. If you get it too liquidy, you know, it doesn't chew well if it's too thick. So it's easier to thin it out than it is to thicken it. It's still pretty thick, so I'm gonna put a little more in there, another spoonful. Now you can do this, you can take your mixer and whip it up if you like, but this is pretty simple to do just by hand. It looks like I'm going to use about all that mayonnaise and sour cream mixture. It looks kind of a stiff, creamy, looks like a kind of a stiff, creamy texture. Now we'll get a clean spoon. Just scoop it. Just got a little teaspoon, and I'm gonna put a little bit back into my eggs. Kind of heap it up there. Okay, then to top it with, we'll sprinkle a little bit of paprika. And there you have yummy dressed eggs. I hope you like this recipe, and please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.